Paragon is broken, not in the good way. Before the first update, I had decent fun climbing up the levels and it progressively getting harder. However, once that update dropped, it all just went straight out the window. Even though the gemming trees from stage to stage wasn't much, the later stages could give you around 4,000 gems per stage. I even made an entire video about this mode being the best gem farm at the time. However, now it might be the absolute worst way to obtain gems. How could it do a complete 180 in the matter of a single night? Well, let's look back at what Paragon's supposed to be. The entire reason I found Paragon fun and worthwhile was because it was simple and a good way to earn gems. Kinda like a little get rich quick scheme. You'd pick one of a couple cards, some obviously being better than others, and then you'd progress from there. It may have been boring, but at least it was something worthwhile to do if you've completely finished all the other content in the game. It's literally supposed to take after Infinity Castle from Anime Adventures, and even if it was different, it did great as a placeholder. After update 1 though, the rework just left me and many others confused on what they even wanted it to do. Easily the worst part about it is its difficulty. Out of all the cards they added and reworked, there's only a few that are viable to pick. The rest are just like complete run killers. Out of the ones I've seen, I have not once picked Quake, Fast, Drowsy, Thrice, or Champions. They make the game way too hard really quick after just picking them once. Dodge, Regen, and Strong are okay substitutes, but if you stack them up more times than maybe like 3 or 4, you're just screwed. The only card you're ever happy to pick is Shields, and if you get stuck picking a card that I mentioned before these there, you're better off restarting. And you know, when I have to restart a run on the 12th stage that gives me 40 gems, it makes me not want to play the game. The game spikes in difficulty way too fast, and this doesn't make much sense considering the mode is RNG at this point. You have no way of controlling what cards you're dealt, so it makes even less sense to have a leaderboard with rewards connected to the game mode. My boy Perry made a good video about this too, and he agrees that the normal gem rewards aren't worth the effort.
I think it sucks because the rewards are just like absolutely dog shit compared to what they were before. Because the gem rewards got gutted, and what did we get in return? Oh, you get some stat chips now, and you get 3 rerolls every 10 runs. Like
AB, another YouTuber who has Monarch Gojo, can't even get past level 20. The only real thing to do Paragon for if you don't have multiple Monarchs is for the achievements. But honestly, I don't even feel like doing them at all anymore. One thing I do appreciate at the very least is the variety in the cards. It shows that they do want to add more and make the mode more interesting, but I genuinely think the idea just completely backfired. Like next update, we're going to see a card that makes it so all your units are deleted at the halfway point. I know they don't want to copy straight from Anime Adventures, but at this point, if we're going to keep these cards, I think the best way to fix the Paragon mode would be to have the cards set for everyone at every stage. This would mean that everyone would get the same cards every time they move up a stage, making it a lot more competitive and gives an actual meaning to the leaderboard system. As a side effect, it would also remove the need to pick a card every single time you get into a stage. When I was at triple digits in the Paragon last update, I literally could not bear starting a Paragon run because I'd have to pick 135 cards every time I wanted to start it back up, which would take an entire hour. By the time I was done picking cards, I had a loving wife, 2 kids, and 100,000 rerolls in the bank. But yeah, I think Paragon is a nice idea on paper, but the rework for this update just didn't meet the mark. I think my idea will work. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than what we have right now at least. Let me know if y'all agree with me in the comments, join the Discord, and some of you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.